Today we are going to be looking at some information about the nutcrackers. We're going to be talking about like what countries they came from, like how new are they, stuff like that. This is a German nutcracker made by, oh whoops, you almost knocked that little one over. The Steinbach company, that's a German company, and this is one of the three kings. Also, you guys can't feel it, but that cape and that thing, basically this whole thing is like really silky, that guy's outfit. This is just, I don't even know what this is from. Here are just some little ones that I don't really have any information on. This is like a dollar store nutcracker. Here's a little fat one, That sword actually had to be re-glued like 5 times. Most all of these were made in China. Here's another one of the three kings. His mouth doesn't open for some reason. He's also from Steinbach, a German company. Here's a giant Chinese nutcracker. This other one over here, that tall one next to him, is also Chinese. Most of these are fairly new. Oh, there's one hiding behind this guy. This is a little Chinese one, I'd assume. Those two that look like they're talking there, those are old Chinese ones. That one with that box there, that's a Steinbach, one of the three kings. And this one here is the nutcracker I used to crack open that pistachio, which I proceeded to eat after the video. It's from Christian Olbrecht. That's a German company. Those two in the background are kings, made in China. In fact, that one in the red there, not the one with the blue crown. Yeah, that's like my first nutcracker, I think. This one here is a Chinese one. In fact, that one came from China, from eBay. All these here are Chinese. All these down here, these are old vintage Chinese ones, except for this little guy. That's actually not a nutcracker, it's a wobble figure, and it's made by the Olbrecht company. Just kind of sits there and wobbles. You can also hang him on Christmas trees. There's a few behind here. Those are all Chinese, I think. Some of these, for those of you who watch the Nutcracker series, appeared in that, and there's a reflection of me holding that camera. These two, I think, are Chinese. Pretty much all of them here are Chinese, because those are the easiest ones to get your hands on. These two, which these, I'm sure a lot of you will recognize these if you watched the Three Stooges action figure one, which the Three Stooges action figures, they're just hanging out over there. These two were Logan Paul and Jake Paul nutcrackers that had all that YouTube revenue, which said YouTube revenue. It wasn't actually YouTube revenue. I don't make any money off YouTube. All that money is right here. There's a cactus. All these up here are Chinese. This one is an even cheaper dollar store one. It's even worse than the other one. This one just came last year. This one is actually a German one, and it's a music box, so that's really cool. I'm not sure if that's from the Nutcracker or something. This Santa Claus one, most all the ones up here are vintage. The Santa Claus one is, that's like Nutcracker God there. That's a vintage one, that's a vintage one. Those two are vintage. Yeah, that one is new this year. All the German ones are new, as far as I know. Those three there, as far as I know, are new, except for the little one on the mountain. That's vintage. That's vintage. That's vintage. That's vintage. Vintage. That's new. All of these vintage ones came from China, except for this one. This one is really unique because he is the only actual nutcracker that came from Taiwan. So that's pretty cool. So we have ones from China, Taiwan, and Germany. I don't have any from America. Very few nutcrackers come from America.